Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently taking a bit of a breather after our rather expansive expansion war, actually. We got a lot of territory from it. I would argue that we increased our territory by what, maybe 40% from that? It's a little awkward, for sure, but we're working on getting it shored up and all ready to go here. An Uthabulin here? Gross. So what do we want them to do? Well, we know that they can be a clerk, so I guess we could give them a commercial zone with this building slot. That'll be fine. On this tech world here, we have one of these guys. Okay. That's not ideal. We'll let him migrate. I think that'll be fine for the moment. And we're waiting for this guy to demote. Nothing too much to be done there at this moment. So let's head on down into our stations real quick. We've got our trade hub here that doesn't need anything. Ionides is fine. Tribano is fine. The Ranction station is being worked on. Wumgium is fine. No problem there. Jit is okay. And Procyon A is completely fine, and Eldorak is over this way. That actually does need some work. So gun, torpedo, hangar, and then we're going to, of course, put in communications jammer, disruption field, generator, target uplink, computer, not necessarily in that order, and we'll put in a command center. Perfect. And then there's the Hicklum station out over here. Okay, so that's all underway, right? We are also working on getting some terraformations done eventually. We're going to want to take this over to a continental world. I think we can sell off some consumer goods to make that happen a little bit faster. Maybe even some food. Yeah, we should be able to sell some food, sell some minerals. There we go. We can maybe even get 2 terraforms going here. So let's get these over to continental worlds. So there's that one, and then there's this tomb world here. Excellent. We'll get those underway.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
There's our antimatter missiles done. That's absolutely great. Crystal Forge plating or flat cannons, or we'll go for flat cannons. I think that's fine. Cool. Okay, so mostly what we're interested in doing right now is making sure that all of our pops have jobs, except for that one Uthabulin that we're just refusing to give a job to. Fantastic. And this station over here is, of course, going to become a shipyard. I do want to get our fleets spread out a little bit, so we'll send this fleet over to Soyu. And then that's an interesting route to take, but sure. We'll take the second fleet, and we'll base them at Egelrarvis. And let's go ahead and set their home base here to Egelrarvis. And for the other fleets, let's set their home bases as well. Does that actually do anything? I'm not sure it does. It just makes them more likely to, like, retreat to that location, maybe. So this one should be out in Soyu. And then the first fleet will have that be home-based at Seoul. Fantastic. So we could definitely upgrade these ships, but I don't think that's what we want to do right now. I want to bank up the cost, and I would like to definitely build our hyper relays here. We're still negative. Actually, we're not negative on our rare crystals. I'm going to buy in a couple of rare crystals here, and we'll get that hyper relay in Isius going. We would love to get a hyper relay going in Dwitham as well. So we will need to buy in a few more rare crystals to make that happen, and there we go. We'll get those underway. Cool. So we've got low stability on a number of planets, right? That's completely unsurprising, although it's going to come up over time as we get them brought into our ethics. So that'll be good. Now this station will always be disconnected, which is expected. Habitability coming up by 5%, sure, whatever. An extra building slot is pretty good, though. We'll go ahead and take that. And this star hold is going to be done shortly, so we'll take that up to a star fortress immediately. Fantastic. And our unity gains are looking reasonable. How are we doing positioning here? Okay, we're basically at Egelrarvis at this point. And we're making our way through here reasonably quickly, actually.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
500 days to get there, though. That's going to be a while. So flat cannons are now done. Let's go ahead and grab our habitation module. That'll be okay. Cool. So our Titan assembly yards here are under construction. Wumgium we know is fine. All of our anchorages are fine. Admiral gains trait, sure. Our trade hubs, I believe, are all fine with the exception of Ranction, but that's got a ways away to go. So Wanya here, we definitely need to do gun, torpedo, hangar, And then we're going to do the same thing. Target uplink computer, a communications jammer, a defense grid supercomputer, and... Actually, no, we're going for a command center, not a defense grid supercomputer. Do those even exist anymore? But a disruption field generator. There we go.
Some manner
Cool.
of space-borne beast.
Okay, so that's all looking reasonably good. The Breslin station here is fine. The EFIL station here is fine. Okay, so that is all being worked on nicely. I would like, at this point, to get these ships upgrading. So let's go ahead and do that. The Scanurian have rivaled us. Sure, whatever. They can do that. Not too concerned about that right now. This trade hub does have an empty building slot. Is there anything we want to put in here? To be honest, no. I guess we could put in kind of nothing, because we're spending all of our alloys right now. So that's okay. I'm not too concerned about that. It's fine. Completely and totally fine. So the Aras station here has all of its queue-ups done. Let's check in on our jobs real quick while we're waiting on that. This generator world now has 2 rulers that are unemployed. Well, we'll just have to wait for them to demote. There's nothing for it. This one's going to demote right now.
Scientific
Cool.
breakthrough
So now there's
achieved.
only 1 worker that's unemployed here. This hasn't actually updated. We could reopen that. Yeah, there we go. And this worker will eventually start working one of these jobs. I hope. So we'll let that go for now. Tribano Prime. We can definitely put in a research complex. That's for sure. How are we doing on gases? We're doing fine on gases. It's volatile motes that we could definitely use more of. Okay, noted. We could put in a chemical plant here, in theory. Sure, let's do it. We need an engineering research, and quantum missiles seems like that's fine. We are, after all, running some missiles. So yeah, I'd like to get all of our upgrades done there. That would be ideal. And I'd like to get all of these stations good to go. Maybe not with all of the defense platforms, but otherwise it'll be fine. And we're building up our energy credits here. That's all looking good. How long until we get our next Unity? 10 months? Okay, we're going to get a new tree here. That's going to be interesting. We'll have to think about what we want to grab. I don't know what that'll be. This factory world, yep, that's good. That's down to only the 1 meta Istrin now. And that will get demoted in how long? 1,700 days. Okay, that's a while, but there's nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. This generator world, we can certainly put in a system capital complex. I still wish that you could spend influence on demoting them faster. I feel like that would make a lot of sense. But unfortunately, we cannot. Okay, so this fleet is now fully upgraded. And can we make it bigger? Yeah, we definitely can. So we can go to... What is our current Titan cap? 4? I would like to create another new fleet. And this would be kind of a floating fleet. Not designated to any of these shipyards. So let's go over to Seoul right now. And let's just output really quickly a simple Corvette. There we go. That'll become our 4th fleet eventually. Ouija Prime here has one of these guys. I mean, we could still build more city districts here. That's fine. We need to unlock more building slots. So I'm not too concerned about that one. Are we getting population growth of them here? Yes, we are. Let's swap that over to Bizarro Ottomans. Thank you very much. Okay, we've got a ruler here that needs demotion. So we've got a couple of those. And on this mining station, we just need a job here. We could, I suppose, put in metallurgists. So industrial districts here.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
It seems okay. It is housing positive, so yeah, I'm okay with that. Quantum missiles, sure. I guess we could get minerals from miners at this point. Why not? No real point in not doing that.
Construction complete.
Cool. So we definitely need to get this station upgrading. Have we arrived over at Suyu? Yes, we have. We should get that upgrading as well. And we'll get that upgraded to a Star Fortress. Nope, we did not nail that. We'll have to get that done at the month tick here. I'm just mashing the button. Any moment now. There we go. Cool. A bunch of refugees just arrived. Also, there was a guarantee revoked. I'm okay with that. We're starting to look a lot scarier now, so I'm not surprised that they're doing that. So a bunch of refugees have shown up, mostly on Earth. Okay, we've got a building slot here that we can do something with. A chemical plant is not ideal in terms of number of jobs. This world is kind of all over the place as it is. Maybe we should think about putting in admin offices? No, I don't think that's ideal. I really don't think that's ideal. We could go for a new Mystic Shrine. We have plenty of amenities, though. We could just put in a research institute and buff up our couple of research complexes that are on here. I think that'll be fine. We'll go ahead and do that. Grumium is going to need a job as well. This is a Forge world, so that's an easy choice of an industrial district. Sounds good to me. Yurka, the refinery world, is full. This needs to be resettled somewhere else. So I would like to send that over to a tech world that has a job open. Something like that. Okay. So next up is this ruler that we can't do anything about. We can definitely upgrade our planetary capital, and I'm going to get this heritage site upgraded as well. This factory world can get a planetary administration. Sounds good. This factory world has a ruler that we're waiting to demote. And now for this urban world, which isn't ultimately going to be an urban world. It's a pretty good mining world. But for the moment, we're going to put in these moat harvesting traps. Cool. That'll do. And our bastion here is fine. This bastion is fine. Fine. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about that. This trade hub here does need to get upgraded, but I'm going to first build a couple more trade hubs there, and then a hydroponics bay, and then we'll upgrade it. Beautiful. And then we've got the Hicklum station out over here, where we could, in theory, go ahead and get all of that going. Peace offers. Sure, we've got more people migrating in. And what do we want here? We've got adaptability. I feel like habitability aren't a big problem, although strategic resource upkeep reduction is pretty nice. There's no doubt about that. I don't feel like diplomacy and domination are trees that we want to go into this game. Harmony. What would we potentially get here? I mean, pop demotion time is nice. Empire size from pops minus 10%. That is the majority of our empire size. So that's an interesting idea. We would lose about 70 empire size from that. 72.4. Is it worth going into that? Well, there's a pop upkeep reduction as well. Maybe. We'll keep that in mind. Mercantile is not a terrible option, though. Trade value plus 10%. Buffing up our energy credit gains would mean that we can terraform faster. And I'm definitely not opposed to that. Yeah, I don't care about consumer goods. Trade value plus 10% market fee reduction, sure. We probably are going to end up going mercantile, I feel like. We could go mercantile into harmony. Or vice versa. If we don't go mercantile now, there's not much of a point. So I think we'll go ahead and take mercantile now. That gives us a collection range as well. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. That sounds good to me. That will eventually boost up our energy credit gains. Oh, right, we can rotate the camera. I don't care about that. Let's get that back to where it should be. More refugees. We love it. We love it. We're getting so many workers here. They're filling our jobs up. It's really good. Absolutely great. A defensive pact has been ended.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Cool. Building slots plus 1. What else do we want here? Empire size from pops minus 10%. Absolutely. So psionic theory will lead to psionics. That's okay. I don't really mind that. And just getting that empire size reduction is amazing for us. So let's do that. For the time being, I want to check in on these guys. equivalent superior now. Okay, looking good. That is looking very, very good. Now, our alloy costs are going to start going down soon. We'll definitely get a heritage site in here. And did we make sure that we had heritage sites in all of these locations? Actually, this one is lacking the monument, which we'll go ahead and put in. This one has one. This one has it. Yup. We've got it. Yup. Sure. Do any of these not have the monument? That one does. What else do we have going on here? At this point, I think they all do. So I think it was just the one that we ended up missing. Right? Yeah, that's correct. Okay, good.
Scientific
so that's looking fine.
Breakthrough achieved.
We're waiting for that demotion still. And minerals from miners is looking good. Destroyer hull points, defense platform hull points. Destroyers are better, so we'll take that.
Our ships have been made superior.
Excellent. Our upgrades over here have finished in Egelrarvis, and we'll get that upgrading to a Star Fortress. We'll get a pair of additional shipyards, and we will also put in... what was the other one? Right, crew quarters. That's what we wanted. Okay, and then we'll move that down to the bottom. Excellent. Now, we do have some ungrabbed locations here. Oh, hello. We have people who can colonize Tomb Worlds straight up right now. Beautiful. So we'll do so. If we don't need to terraform them, that's really good for us. We should definitely colonize these right now and get those growing. So we'll do so as quickly as we possibly can. Get all of these colonies growing. Okay. So I think that's all of those Tomb Worlds. Do we have... Let's go into our expansion planner here. Do we have anything else that is a terraforming candidate? So Mars is terraforming, terraforming is terraforming. Planet type is not colonizable. Sure, but you're a terraforming candidate, are you not? Correct. So we just are lacking the resources to terraform a couple of those. That's fine. There are war preparations being made against us. Okay. So that's the Galactic Uvzant Autocracy. These lads. So they're superior to us. They exist here. And of course, down here. Where else do they exist that we'd have to worry about? They kind of don't. Okay, noted. So we're going to abandon work on expansion and start working on making sure that they are not that big of a threat to us, right? So we're going to immediately buy in 500 alloys, and we're going to put those into our fleets. There we go. And we know that we need our 4th fleet here. Where did that Corvette go? I know I queued up a Corvette. Okay. Some of these are building in the Soyuz station. That's fine. Let's tick forward a month here. There we go. And let's build another Corvette. I know I built one.
Our ships have been made superior.
Okay, so the Corellian Foundation has rivaled us. Sure. Okay, so at this point, I'm going to disband this construction ship. We do not need it. This Corvette will finish up eventually. Now, where did it go? Where indeed? Is it just filling this out? Auto-increasing that? Yes, that's exactly what it's doing. Okay, so we're going to, for the time being, split this off. Specifically, we're going to transfer out 2 Corvettes. Boom, boom. Okay. That's what we wanted. So this is now the 3rd fleet again. Okay, that's awkward. Let's go ahead and make this be the 4th fleet. Perfect. And that split really weirdly. No, it didn't. I was just confused. Okay, this is the 4th fleet. This is the 3rd. That's fine. So we're going to hop in here. We're going to add in all of our ship designs. There we go. And we're going to make this be the same for right now. So 1, 3, 6, and then 12 destroyers, I believe. Yep, and then 33. And then this should have been 39, like this. So like that. Now we're going to want to bump these up to 210. So for the moment, we can only support 4 Titans, so that's fine. We're going to take this to 4 battleships, 8 cruisers, 16 destroyers, and then we'll split the rest of these again between corvettes and frigates. So we'll add 5 and then like 50 and 48. That seems good. Okay, so obviously this is going to be expensive, and we're going to need time to get this brought up to par. So we'll bring this to 16. And then from here, it's 48 and 50. There we go. Cool. So 50, 48, 16, 8, and 4. Cool. 8 and 16 and 48 and 50. Cool. So something along the lines of that. We need 95,000 alloys to make this happen. It's going to take some time. No doubt about that. First thing we're going to do, we are going to dump a bunch of dark matter here. And that's not going to be super efficient, but we're going to dump a bunch of that. We're going to dump some consumer goods. We're going to dump even some volatile motes. We're barely negative in volatile motes. So for now, we should be fine on that front. We're going to dump some exotic gases. I'm not going to dump any rare crystals. We are going to dump more consumer goods, more food, minerals. And now we're sitting on 34k energy credits, right? Now, this is a tomb world. Can we cancel colonization? Or rather, terraformation? Yes. Do it. So we cancel that one, and we can immediately colonize that. I still want to do this, even though we need a couple of consumer goods to make that happen. That was not efficient. But we'll go ahead and do that. This is a barren world, and barren world. Those still need to be terraformed. This is a barren world here that can be terraformed. We're not going to worry with it right now because we need to buy in as many alloys as we can and use those alloys to put a very small dent, a like 4% dent, in what we need for our ships. We need to put everything that we can into that. Now, the Uvzant, our intel is telling us they'll strike somewhere around 2364. So about 2 years from now. We'll see how real that is. We'll see. We're going to head up to Arras, and that will be fine for the moment. The rest of these, I think I'll leave these fleets where they are for right now. And that'll be fine. Yeah, that should definitely be fine. We're not going to work too much on anything else here. The Hicklum station is out over this direction. And actually, this should get its gun torpedo hangar. We're going to need more alloys to make that happen. So let's go ahead and tick forward a little bit here. Okay. The Tianqi are going to be extinct. So gun torpedo hangar. There we go. And we're also going to build in our target uplink computer, our communications jammer, our disruption field generator here. We can't get anything else in there, but for now, that will do. And we should have enough time to get a lot of our defenses online. We've been prioritizing that, and that should be reasonably fine. So, we're going to get a bunch of colony ships done. Indeed. And this is all looking good. Let's just build up here as much as we possibly can. These stations are upgrading, although this one should really get dual shipyards and then crew quarters. And we'll move that upgrade down. There we go.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Empire size from pop reduction. Fantastic. So that'll increase our research speed. Not too concerned about hypercoms forums. That's mostly a reroll. I feel like actually combat training is what we want here, since we know we're going to almost certainly be going to war soon. So that'll be fine. It is, however, about time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're probably going to fight the Galactic Uvzant autocracy, but we'll be ready for them. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri8, Punching the Microphone, Unisol, Kadra, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.